Okay, so today we have to start the last topic of my content, that is centrifugal pump. Okay, last time हम लोगों ने reciprocating pump और reaction turbine cover किया है, and this is the last topic of the theory part which I have to cover. This is a centrifugal pump. So today I will cover the content of the theory which I have to complete. Next week से Sir Usman will take over the theory and he will complete his part of the theory lecture. और मैं आप लोगों की labs continue करूँगी. I think you are left with experiment number 4 and 7. So we will do the performance instructions for that, and at the end we are planning to take one evaluation. हम लोग आप लोगों का viva भी लेंगे at the end. ठीक है? So this is regarding the schedule, and regarding the assignments. I have given you already the PDFs, audio, and assignments of all the chapters. So please try to complete them and get them ready as soon as possible. Because whenever you will come to the university for the psychomotor week, I have already told you that in the first week of the psychomotor, जो first day है actually psychomotor week का, उसमें आप लोगों ने अपनी ये सारी थ्योरी की असाइनमेंट सबमिट करवानी है in the hard form. ठीक है? So one is CP आप लोगों ने सबमिट करवानी है. एंड सेकेंडली ऑल दी असाइनमेंट्स ऑफ माई पार्ट, आप लोगों ने वो सारी असाइनमेंट्स जो है वो अरेंज करके एक ही फोल्डर में बाइंड करवा के मुझे सबमिट करवानी है. ठीक है? सो प्लीज़ डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनी डिले इन द सबमिशंस बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव मच टाइम. साइकोमोटर वीक में हम लोगों ने आपकी काफ़ी वैल्यूएशंस करनी है, आपके साइकोमोटर असेसमेंट होनी है, आप लोगों का लैब का क्विज होना है, लैब मैनुअल्स चेक होने हैं. तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी वेरी लॉट ऑफ वैल्यूएशंस पेंडिंग. So don't expect any delay in the submission date. ठीक है? तो थ्योरी की असाइनमेंट्स आपने साइकोमोटर वीक के फर्स्ट डे पे आते ही सबमिट करवानी है. सो प्लीज स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन दैट एज सून एज पॉसिबल. फॉर दैट इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी वी कैन डिस्कस दैट. इसी तरह आई थिंक सर उस्मान भी आप लोगों को यही गाइड करेंगे कि आपने उनके सारे असाइनमेंट्स जो हैं वो एक फोल्डर में अरेंज करके बाइंड करवा. ठीक है? सो इन टोटल आई हैव गिवन 5 असाइनमेंट्स फ्रॉम द थ्योरी लेक्चर्स and one. So उसके सबमिशन के लिए kindly do invest some time right now. At the end you will not be able to solve all the assignments and CP. ठीक है? तो थोड़ा सा काम करना शुरू करें because you can have some problems in the solution as well. तो आपके पास टाइम होगा तो आप थोड़ा सा रेफर कर सकते हैं किसी और लिटरेचर को, आप मुझसे कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? एंड रिगार्डिंग CEP प्लीज आई हैव गिवन अ वेरी जनरल स्टेटमेंट शीट. ठीक है? अब आप लोगों की टरबाइन की टाइप जो भी आएगी उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप लोगों को खुद से कुछ ना कुछ डाटा अज्यूम करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज फॉर एवरी type of the machine the required input data can be different, so you have to assume that by yourself. तो उसके लिए आपने प्रॉपरली कुछ बुक्स रेफर करनी है या कोई और लिटरेचर रेफर कर रहे हैं, कोट देम वेरी कॉशियसली दैट वी आर टेकिंग दिस डाटा विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस रेफरेंस मटेरियल. ठीक है? इसी तरह जो आपका इनिशियल स्टेप है सिलेक्शन ऑफ टरबाइन का, उसके अंदर आपको प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है, तो थोड़ा सा उस पर काम शुरू करें ताकि कोई भी इश्यूज अगर हैं तो आपके पास टाइम हो उसको डिस्कस करने का. ठीक है? So today we will start with the centrifugal pump, and in this case we will first start with the definition of the pump. I have already discussed it with you that it is a machine which is converting the mechanical energy into the hydraulic energy. We have to induce the hydraulic energy in the water and that is required when we have to make the water cover some elevation difference. ठीक है? अगर आपने जैसे ग्राउंड सरफेस से हाई राइज बिल्डिंग या किसी और एलिवेशन पॉइंट तक डिलीवर करना है, यू हैव टू इंड्यूस अ प्रेशर इन दैट. एंड ऑल्सो इफ यू हैव टू पंप द वाटर from the ground surface underground level to the ground surface, again you have to pump it. Okay, so in that case you have to induce the hydraulic energy in the water and that is the main function of the pump. Now you have different types of the pumps. Commonly available pumps types are centrifugal pump, reciprocating pump, turbine pump, submersible pump, pneumatic pump, rotary pump, screw pump, chain pump, and pump turbine. These are the 9 types of the pumps which are available in the market, and I have already told you when we have discussed the last lecture, जिसमें हम लोगों ने reciprocating pump discuss किया था, that in total out of these 9 we are covering only first 4 in this course, and इसमें से भी जो पहले 2 types हैं, centrifugal pump and reciprocating pump, these two will be discussed in detail, and turbine pump and submersible pump सिर्फ हम उसको briefly definition के level तक discuss कर लेंगे ठीक है, सो लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने रेसिप्रोकेटिंग पंप को डिस्कस किया था इन डिटेल, एंड आई हैव ऑल्सो shown you the basic working concept of the turbine pump and submersible pump, so that you just can have the basic idea of these types as well. Today we will discuss the centrifugal pump as well in detail. Now please make sure all the pumps are doing the conversions, that they are converting the mechanical energy into the hydraulic energy. Okay, but the key factor for that conversion can be different, and the more or less the name of every pump indicating that key factor which is contributing to the conversion of the energies. For example, last time we have done the reciprocating pump, and in this case we have already discussed that the reciprocating action is mainly responsible for converting the energies. So that is why this pump is termed as the reciprocating pump. So today we are discussing the centrifugal pump, and if you see the definition, it is a pump which is converting the mechanical energy into the hydraulic energy by the action of the centrifugal force. That is why it is termed as the centrifugal pump. And this force is produced by the rotation of the impeller. Okay, now this figure shows the typical casing of a centrifugal pump, and this cutout is made over here, so you can see the inner arrangement as well. So this red part is termed as the impeller. This is the casing. This is a delivery pipe. This is a suction side. Okay, and further how it will do the conversion, अभी ये मैं आपको next slide से clear करती हूँ with the help of the main components of the centrifugal pump. So this pump is mainly having three parts. It is having the suction pipe, main pump, and the delivery pipe. And in these three main components, you have arrangement of other small components as well, which will facilitate the working of these main parts. So I'll start with the first part, that is the suction pipe. The first component on the suction pipe is the strainer. It will strain the incoming water to make sure that no solid particle enters in the machine. Then we have the foot valve. It is called as the foot valve because it is present at the foot of the suction pipe. It will regulate the flow which is coming towards the suction pipe. Then in the suction pipe, the pressure is negative. Water is basically sucked with the negative pressure, through which it will be delivered from the underground reservoir to the machine. Then we have the suction flange. It is a connection between the suction pipe and the main pump. Vacuum gauge, it is also termed as suction gauge. It is a simple bottom gauge which is fitted on the suction side, and it will measure the negative pressure with which the water is entering in the machine. Okay. So if you see this layout, you can see that the suction pipe is delivering the water at the center of the impeller or casing. And first step is to transfer the water from the underground reservoir or from the low elevation reservoir to the center of the impeller. Now, make sure you are supplying the mechanical energy as input. In this case, mechanical energy is basically provided by the motor. Or it can be any other mean. Usually it is a motor. So whenever you turn on the motor, that will rotate the shaft, and the shaft is further connected with the impeller. So rotations of the shaft are also transferred to the impeller. Now the water which was coming from the suction pipe and was resting at the center of the impeller blades, ठीक है, वो water जो आपने suction pipe के through यहाँ पे deliver किया है, वो basically in blades पे rest कर रहा है. So when the shaft will rotate, it will also rotate the impeller. And due to the rotation of the impeller, the water particles which were initially resting on the blades, they will start moving outward. And when they are moving outward, why they are moving outward? Because they are having now the centrifugal force, okay, which is causing the particles to move away from the center of the rotation. Okay, so this is why it is termed as centrifugal force is developed in the water by the rotation of the impeller. Now, when the centrifugal force is generated in the particle, it will cause the particles to move away from the impeller center. And in this case, which hydraulic energy is induced in the water? That is the water velocity. ठीक है, तो इस centrifugal force की वजह से particles move कर रहे हैं, so it has induced the hydraulic energy in the form of the velocity in the water particles. Now, till this step, you have done one phase of the conversion. You have converted the mechanical energy into the velocity. ठीक है, further आपने इस velocity को convert करना है pressure energy में, because pressure is that energy with which the water is able to cover certain elevation difference. So that conversion can be done if you are able to reduce the velocity. So equivalently जो energy है वो pressure में convert हो जाएगी. That can be done by providing the casing around the impeller. The presence of the casing will restrict the movement of the particles, and if the movement is restricted, same proportion of the energy will be converted into the pressure. So by providing the casing, we have done maximum conversion of the velocity into the pressure, and also this casing is a spiral casing, or it is also termed as volute casing. Its flow area is not uniform along the flow direction, it is varying. So along the flow direction, in this case, it is increasing. इसका advantage क्या है? That increase in the flow area will reduce the velocity and it will further increase the pressure. So that is how at the delivery or at the exit of this casing, the pressure is positive in the water. Okay, and with that positive pressure, it is able to cover a certain elevation difference. It will be finally delivered out from this delivery pipe. You have the components over here as the delivery flange. It is the connection between the delivery pipe and the casing. Pressure gauge, which is also termed as delivery gauge, it will measure the positive pressure with which the water is moving in the delivery pipe. Then the delivery valve, it is the valve which will regulate the flow which is coming in this pipe, and finally it will be delivered to the high elevation tank. Okay, so this is the general working of the centrifugal pump, and now whatever I have discussed regarding the working of each component, same is written in the next slides. Okay, अब एक component उस figure में visible नहीं था, and that is the stuffing box. Stuffing box basically क्या है? If you see this figure again, you are connecting a shaft with the impeller which is enclosed in a casing. ठीक है, इसका मतलब है कि जो रोटेटिंग शाफ्ट है वो केसिंग में से पास करके आपने इम्पेलर के साथ कनेक्ट की हुई है. नाउ शाफ्ट इज अ रोटेटिंग कंपोनेंट बट केसिंग इज अ फिक्स्ड कंपोनेंट, इट कैन नॉट मूव. अब आपने इस कनेक्शन को प्रॉपर्ली सील करना है. व्हाई यू हैव टू नीड दैट? इसका रीजन क्या है कि अगर आप शाफ्ट की रोटेशन अलाउ कर रहे हैं, इट मीन्स दैट यू हैव टू कीप सम स्पेसिंग इन द केसिंग अराउंड द शाफ्ट, जिसमें वो रोटेशन इजीली कर सके. अगर आप केसिंग में स्पेसिंग दे रहे हैं या ओपन स्पेस दे रहे हैं, तो शाफ्ट की रोटेशन तो आपने मेंटेन कर ली है, लेकिन अब वहां से वाटर लीक होगा. यू कैन नॉट मेंटेन द प्रेशर फुली इन द केसिंग, अगर थोड़ी सी भी लीकेज है, राइट. और अगर आप इसको बिल्कुल फर्म कनेक्शन दे रहे हैं, उस केस में द रोटेशन ऑफ द शाफ्ट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. It means that you have to properly seal that connection, and sealing should be in such a way that the rotation of the shaft and rotation of the shaft is not affected, and also there is no leakage of the water from the casing outside. अब उसके लिए आप यूज करते हैं stuffing box. Stuffing box is basically a box which will have the sealant material in them. This is the shaft of the machine, and over here you can see that this is the stuffing box. Okay, so in the stuffing box we will have the sealant material. It can be any material. Usually it is consisting the jute strings along with the grease. तो उसको आप बेसिकली वो रस्सी है जिसको आपने ग्रीस में डिप किया हुआ है, उसको आप उस कनेक्शन पे बिल्कुल रैप कर देते हैं. उससे रोटेशंस भी इफेक्ट नहीं होंगी, और ऑल्सो इट विल रिड्यूस द चांसेस ऑफ द लीकेज एज वेल. क्या आपने इवन देखा होगा कि जो भी प्लम्बिंग फिटिंग्स होती हैं पाइप्स की या टैप्स की, ऑलवेज अ थ्रेड इज रैप्ड अराउंड दैट कनेक्शन टू मेक श्योर दैट द लीकेज इज नॉट लूज, और वहां से लीकेज के चांसेस को आप रिड्यूस कर लेते हैं. The same is done over here. Jute string is only one example of the sealant material. It can be any other material as well. Okay, next is shaft. इसमें अब एक और कंपोनेंट है जो अभी तक हमने डिस्कस नहीं किया, दैट इज प्राइमिंग फनल. इट इज बेसिकली यूज्ड फॉर द प्राइमिंग ऑफ द मशीन. व्हाट इज प्राइमिंग? आई विल डिस्कस दैट इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स. Okay, now types of the casings of the centrifugal pump. You have three basic types. The first type is a simple spiral casing, which is also termed as volute casing. In this casing, the area of the flow gradually increases in the direction of the flow, which converts the kinetic energy into the pressure energy. In this casing, there will be a deformation which causes the loss of the energy. Okay. Now this can be overcome by the modification in this casing. So second one is vortex casing. In this casing, an extra circular chamber is provided between the impeller and the casing which will reduce the eddies formation and hence the loss of the energy. Then we have the vortex casing with the guide blades. In this casing, guide blades are provided around the impeller. These blades are arranged at such an angle that the water enters without shock and forms a passage of increasing area, through which the water passes and reaches the delivery pipe. In this casing, the eddy formation and energy losses are very less. It is exactly opposite to the Francis reaction turbine in the term of the layout of the components. Okay, next topic is regarding the manometric head. It is the head which is developed by the pump and it is measured by the Bourdon gauge provided on the suction and on the delivery side. Okay, so HD is the static delivery head, where HS is the static suction lift and HD is the static delivery lift. अब इसमें कुछ losses भी हैं. You always have the frictional losses in the pipe. So HFS is the friction head loss in the suction pipe. It is FLV S square by 2GD, and HFD is a frictional head loss in the delivery pipe. It is FLVD square by 2GD. Over here, the velocity head at the suction and delivery pipe is given as Vs square by 2G and Vd square by 2G. Find out the equation for HM. For that, you will apply the energy equation between this section 1 and section 2. So just apply the equation and simplify this. This is your equation for HM. This is the minimum head which a pump must produce. Okay, HM है manometric head. Further, you can also define HMS and HMD separately. HMS is a manometric suction head. It is the head which is developed by the pump on the suction side, and it is measured by the Bourdon gauge on the suction side. That is, HMS is HS plus HFS plus Vs square by 2G. Total जो manometric head है. Okay. Similarly, the manometric head on the delivery side that can be computed by this basic equation that HM is the summation of suction and delivery manometric head. You know equation for HM, you know HMS. Simplify the equation to get the equation for HMD. Okay. It is used in the design of the pump when we know about the total static head. So आप इसको design में use करते हैं pumps के. The next is the work done by the centrifugal pump, and this is on the similar basis for which you have already done in the previous topics. आप लोगों ने एक blade consider की है impeller की, and you will draw the velocity triangle at the inlet and outlet tip. Make it particular for the centrifugal pump. In this case, beta 1 is 90 degree, which will make VW1 as 0. तो जो आपकी बेसिक ट्राइंगल है वो रिड्यूस हो गई है इस फॉर्मेट में बाय पुटिंग बीटा 1 एज 90 डिग्री. Remaining all the steps and all the parameters are same. Okay, so on the similar basis you will find out if by applying the impulse momentum equation along the x direction, that is rho q vw2. अब इस केस में जो डिफरेंस है, बाकी सारे स्टेप सेम हैं, आपने एफिशिएंसी फाइंड करनी है. इसमें जो डिफरेंस है वो सिर्फ ये है दैट इन द केस ऑफ द टरबाइन, the energy which was developed in the water, that was the input energy, और जो impeller की rotation थी that was the output energy. But in this case the rotation of the impeller is the input energy, और जो water के अंदर energy induce की है आपने that is the output energy. ठीक है, output power है. तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ ये difference है. So you can see that this work done per weight by the impeller, ये input energy है, and this work done per weight supplied, this is produced by the pump. This is the head which is developed in the pump. So this is the output energy. So you can see in the equation for the efficiency, this is the output and this is the input. Their ratio is giving you the theoretical hydraulic efficiency of the centrifugal pump. This is the only difference. Remaining all these steps are basic same. Okay, so यही difference है इसमें basic. Now we will discuss what is priming. So it is the process of filling the water from the foot valve to the delivery valve, including the main pump casing. It has to be filled the three parts. जो main three parts हैं आपने वो सारे fill करने हैं: suction pipe, delivery pipe, and the main pump. Now why you need to do the priming? You initially priming means कि आपने machine को start करने से पहले with the help of the priming funnel you have to manually fill the water in the all the parts of the machine. What is the advantage? That it will reduce the chances of the dry running of the machine. ठीक है, अगर आप मशीन को ड्राई रन कर रहे हैं, द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द मशीन विल ड्रॉप बाय 1000 टाइम्स। अब इसको आप न्यूमेरिकली जस्टिफाई कैसे कर सकते हैं? दैट कैन बी डन बाय दिस इक्वेशन। दिस इज द इक्वेशन ऑफ द पावर वर्क डन पर सेकंड, and this is which is for the power produced by the pump। ये इनपुट आउटपुट एनर्जी है। ठीक है, अब इस केस में इक्वेशन देखिए, ये अभी हमने पीछे डेवलप की है, ये वही वाली इक्वेशन है, ये देखिए ये। ठीक है, दिस इज वर्क डन पर सेकंड बाय द इम्पेलर। So it is rho Q VW2 U2। Now in this case, this rho is the specific, sorry, it is the density of the fluid। अगर आप water use कर रहे हैं, the density is 1000 kg per meter cube, but if you are using water, sorry, if you are using air, it will be 1, right? So it means that you are reducing the result of this equation by 1000 times if you are replacing air with the water. So this is why you should not run the machine dry. It should always be initially filled with the water, and for that you can use any external mean. Usually it can be done by a small reciprocating pump which will fill the water in the machine, and then it can be turned on to further run the cycle. Okay, next we have the efficiencies of the centrifugal pump. The first one is the manometric efficiency. It is the ratio of the manometric head to the energy supplied by the impeller. So it is this ratio. ये जो efficiency आपने पहले find की है derivation में, that is the manometric efficiency or the hydraulic efficiency. Then the mechanical efficiency. It is the ratio of the energy available at the impeller to the energy given to the impeller by the power source. Okay, so ये decide कर रही है that how much rotations are transferred from the motor output to the shaft as the input to the impeller. Overall is basically the ratio of P naught and P input. So this is the equation. Further, I have attached this figure which will give you the idea about different losses in the machine. So we have always discussed the mechanical and the hydraulic losses, but you can also have the losses at the exit of the casing. Also, you can have the losses at the delivery point as well. Okay. Okay, next is discharge through the impeller. So for this, find out D1 and D2, these are the diameters. VF1, V1, these are the velocity of the flow at the inlet tip and width of the wheel at the inlet. You have to write down the equation for the discharge, and that is on the similar basis you have done for the reaction turbine in the last lecture. Okay, so equation of continuity will be applied. The discharge at these two sections will be same. It means at the inlet and outlet it will be same. Q1 and Q2 both will be equal. What is Q? That is pi D1 V1 VF1, and Q2 is pi D2 V2 VF2. Okay, so this can be further simplified to this, and it can be used in the design to find out the remaining parameters of the machine. Okay, next is the pumps in series and pumps in parallel. What will happen if you are attaching the pumps in series, or अगर आप pumps को parallel attach कर रहे हैं, then what will be the effect on the discharge and on the head? That we will discuss over here. So when you are attaching the pumps in series, it means के इस केस में जो first pipe का delivery, sorry, first pump का delivery pipe है, that is acting as a suction pipe for the second pump. Similarly, the delivery pipe of the second pump is acting as the suction pipe for the third pump. That will raise the pressure head, but the discharge will remain same. ठीक है, तो अगर आपने water का head increase करना है, keeping the discharge constant, then you can attach different pumps in series. That will raise the head equivalently. But if the pumps are attached in parallel, it will not raise the head. In fact, it will increase our discharge. Okay, so in this case, the discharge is increased, but the head remains same. So depending upon the requirement, you can arrange them in series or in parallel as per the need of the yard. Okay, next is the shut-off head. It is the maximum head developed by the centrifugal pump when the delivery valve is completely closed and the pump is in operation. Okay, it is the maximum head which is produced by the pump. आपकी मशीन वर्किंग कंडीशन में है, आपने डिलीवरी वाल्व कंप्लीटली क्लोज कर दिया है, तो डिस्चार्ज 0 है। और इस केस में आप इन दोनों गेजेस से जो हेड नोट करेंगे, इनके समेशन से जो टोटल हेड आएगा, दैट इज द मैक्सिमम हेड व्हिच कैन बी प्रोड्यूस फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर फ्लो कंडीशन इन दिस पंप। इट इज टर्म्ड एज शट ऑफ हेड। ठीक है, फिर आप फर्दर जब टैप खोल देंगे या वाल्व ओपन करेंगे तो हेड डिक्रीज करना शुरू हो जाएगा। ओके, सो दिस इज द शट ऑफ हेड। Okay, next is specific speed of the pump. We have also discussed the formula for the specific speed of the turbine. So derivation of these relations are not in the content of this course. हम derivations cover नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन हम लोग इनके formulas को जरूर cover करेंगे. So please make sure you remember the formula for the specific speed of the pump as well. This is n square root of q over hm raised to power 3 by 4. Okay. Now next is classification of the centrifugal pump. It can be done on three bases. It can be based upon the casing, it can be based upon the stage, and based upon the suction. Based upon the casing, it can be volute or spiral casing, vortex casing, and vortex casing with the guide beads. We have already discussed the difference between these three types. Now next classification is based upon the stage and based upon the suction. So we'll discuss these two one by one. Now, what is a stage? Stage means number of the impellers. You can always have more than one impeller in the same casing, which is attached on the same shaft. इसका advantage क्या है? That if you are having the more requirement of the elevation difference, अगर आपको required है कि आपने water के अंदर ज़्यादा energy induce करनी है, for that you can increase the number of the impellers. Water will complete its cycle around one impeller and then it will move to the second impeller. Okay, so it means that the times how much it will cover the cycle. जितने times वो cycle complete करेगा around the impeller, उतने ही times उसमें hydraulic energy induce हो रही है. Okay, so that is the difference between the single stage and a multi-stage centrifugal pump. In the single stage, you are having only one impeller on the shaft, while in the multi-stage, you are having more than one impellers on the shaft. Multi-stage is obviously having more capacity of inducing the pressure head in the water as compared to the single stage. So depending upon the requirement in the field or wherever you have to install the machine, you can increase the impeller number as well. Okay, next is based upon the suction. So basically it gives you the idea that what are the ways or how many ways the water can enter in the impeller of the machine. So single suction centrifugal pump may there is only one inlet to the water from where it can enter in the impeller. While in the double suction, both sides of the impeller are acting as inlet of the water. So in this case, the discharging capacity is more for this pump as compared to this. Okay. Okay, next is maximum suction lift for a pump. So consider a centrifugal pump and its suction pipe is shown over here. आपने ये maximum suction lift, ये जो HS है, जो maximum suction pipe है, उसकी height आप कितनी provide कर सकते हैं, ये आपने find करना है. Okay, so you are considering two sections. This is section 1 and this is section 2. Apply the energy equation between these two sections. And for this, P2 by gamma, that is the pressure head at section 2, it should be, if we keep this more than or equals to the vapor pressure of the liquid at that point, ठीक है, ये हमारा बेसिक क्राइटेरिया है कि प्रेशर जो है वो आपका वेपर प्रेशर से प्रेशर के इक्वल से ज़्यादा अगर हो जाता है then that will give you HS to HS maximum. So rearrange the equation. This is your equation for HS maximum. ठीक है, तो इस इक्वेशन का मतलब ये है when your P2 okay. So it means that when P2, the pressure at section 2 is more than or equals to vapor pressure of the liquid. In that case, this HS will become HS maximum. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे आप P2 को replace करें P vapor से और HS जो है that will become HS maximum. So rearrange the equation to find out the HS maximum. ये equation है आपके पास HS maximum की. Now it shows that HS maximum should always be, will always be less than 33.9 meters of water. इसका रीजन क्या है कि देखें आप HS maximum find कर रहे हैं which is atmospheric pressure in terms of the head minus this whole parameter in this bracket. What is atmospheric pressure in terms of the head? That is 33.9 feet of water. It means that HS maximum will always be less than this head of the atmospheric pressure. Practically, 28 feet से 30 feet तक vary कर सकता है. Okay. Now the factors which are affecting the maximum suction lift, those are atmospheric pressure, vapor pressure of the liquid, friction in the suction pipe, and velocity head in the suction pipe. Okay, now we'll see some numerical problems. So this is regarding the maximum suction lift, HS maximum. This is a basic equation. You just have to find out all the parameters for this equation. उसके लिए आपने वेपर प्रेशर और एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर को इक्विवेलेंट हेड्स में कन्वर्ट करना है. दैट इज बाय P by gamma. So these are in terms of meters of water. Put the remaining values in the equation. This is the HS maximum. Okay. Okay, now further I have attached 2 to 3 problems regarding different types of the problems which you can have in your assignment sheet या जो आप CP में deal कर सकते हैं. Okay, so just go through with these. Detailed solution is attached in the slides. Go through with them. They are quite easy, so it will not be difficult for you to understand them. Okay. So this is all regarding this topic. Also, I have attached the assignment sheet with it. तो अगर आप अपने लिंक्स थोड़ा सा रिवाइज कर लें जो मैंने आपके साथ शेयर किए हैं व्हाट्सएप में ड्राइव के, उसमें मैंने आपके साथ सारे ये लेक्चर्स ऑडियो और असाइनमेंट शेयर किए हुए हैं. सो प्लीज़ गो थ्रू विद देम. मैंने पहले भी आपसे कहा है कि इसको आप काम करें ताकि आपकी सबमिशन जो है दैट कैन बी ऑन टाइम. ओके. Okay, now if you have any question, we can discuss them one by one. Otherwise, this is all from my side. I will mark your attendance and then you are free. जी कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं?
Excuse me, ma'am.
जी क्या क्वेश्चन है? बच्चे मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही है. आप काइंडली मुझे ना चैट में क्वेश्चन सेंड करें प्लीज. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द वॉइस. इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन शेयर दैट क्वेश्चन इन द चैट बॉक्स. ठीक है. इसके अलावा मैं आपकी अटेंडेंस मार्क करने लगी हूँ तो वो भी मेरा ख्याल है आपको चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड करना पड़ेगा. तो मैं आपके रोल नंबर्स कॉल करते जाऊंगी, मुझे आप रिस्पॉन्ड करते जाएं चैट बॉक्स में. ओके.